As we transition.
Don't be shy.
He wants more food.
We're 30 minutes. Know what we look like.
No, I'll just tell me what. I'll do this. And then I'll say
So we're third grade. We're going to show you our celebration for the entire third grade. For our star performance results, you'll see these graphs, beginning of the year, first trend, and then grade equivalency. As we saw at the very beginning, our third graders came at 3.7 for their AR, which is awesome for second grade. And then you'll find that first triad, as a cohort, as a whole group, we were at 4.2, so we moved from 2.7 to 4.2. And at the end of the year, we want to be at that 4.0. So when they go to fourth grade, they will be at grade level. And so that's basically what those graphs show for our star performance results.
All right, here's some math. We are showing our cohort averages starting with topic 1. This was about 53%, I believe. Our first topic is already out of the gate, multiplying and understanding equal groups and multiplication as arrays. So you can see we had a really low understanding coming at the end of topic 1. And look how that has been slowly increasing towards the 70%. Pearson looks at 70% showing mastery and being proficient. So huge jump there from topic 1, and dip down a little bit in topic 5 as we are fluently working on multiplication and division. But as a cumulative, topics 1 through 4, our whole cohort is at 70%. So pretty exciting for that. Pearson ELA, our beginning of the year benchmark is 40. This is 40. So we're like around 42%, I believe it was. And so, pretty low coming in at the beginning of the year. And going to Unit 1, as a cohort, we're at 70% going out of Unit 1. We haven't taken Unit 2 yet, that's next week. So pretty good job there with all of Unit 1. So with that being said, we took IABs at the end of this trimester as well as a cohort. Last year we didn't take them as a cohort until end of second trimester. So took them earlier this year. Math IAB, most of those topics that we had just done were all of operations and algebraic thinking. 90% of our kiddos scored a 2 or a 3 on the IABs, which is pretty awesome. 10% scored a 1. So of course we are targeting those students in that Need and Success Academy. The math IABs, these are numbers in base 10. We haven't even hit these topics yet. However, we've been working on it slowly through Mountain Math each week, and also addition and subtraction and number sense each week without being taught in Pearson. You could see our scores a little bit lower, 81% scored a 2 or a 3, 19% scored a 1. So we haven't even taught these topics yet, so I can't wait till when we do take these topics and we retake the IAB, it's going to be a lot higher. So obviously, and just real quick before we move on, OAs last year we didn't take this till second trimester. We took it earlier this year. This number is already higher than last year's IAB for OA, and this one obviously was a little bit lower because we took it further on in the year last year. Our growth, teaching multiplication, exposing them to multiplication and division from day 1. So again, of course, that's our growth in our OAs. NBTs, we recognize that that's a significant gap, so we need to address the gaps just through some daily rounding practice, maybe small groups, but implementing it into our classroom more than just once a week with Mountain Math.
In the area of ELA, we had our students take the IAB in reading informational text, and as you can see, 93% of our students scored a 2 or a 3, and 7% scored a 1. And we contribute those scores to our implementation of Greek words, Musella, as well as the use of breaks and A's within our classroom, as well as within their daily homework assignments. In the area of reading literary text, 70% of our students scored a 2 or a 3, and 30% scored a 1. And we do recognize that that is our largest gap right now, and we are really working really hard on really incorporating that CAS vocabulary within our daily instruction and really making it part of their academic vocabulary.
Success Academy. So our ELA, our STAR GE at the beginning of the year for just our Success Academy kiddos was a 2.1, and at the end of the first trimester, we've seen a growth to 2.7. So we're seeing about a half a year's growth, and we're hopeful that by the end of the year, our kiddos will leave almost to that 4.0, which is where we want them to be going into 4th grade next year. That's our hope. And then for our Math Success Academy, 75% of those kiddos scored a 2 or a 3 on the OA. And that has a lot to do with the fact that we've retaught OAs in our classes, but they're also reteaching the OAs in Success Academy. We recognize that because our scores were lower in the MBTs, only 29% of them scored a 2 or a 3. We recognize that is our area of focus moving forward, not only in Success Academy, but also in our classes. Our Pearson thoughts. As a grade level, we find Pearson valuable.